Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Welcome to the KVJ Show After the Show Podcast.
Oh, wow, old school.
A little bit. Maybe not the same flair, but...
After the Show Podcast.
Yes.
I missed that. I think you should bring that shit back.
Think so, huh?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll have to have kind of a throwback week, and I can just do that like crazy.
I love it. Do all the hits.
Yeah, maybe that's what it'll be. Let me see. We got a couple of comments here coming in. We'll do all that stuff on the After the Show podcast. A little bit about... the coronavirus. We were talking about it earlier on the show today. In particular, 30 students and 3 teachers from the Benjamin School, which is in Palm Beach Gardens. They went to a weekend conference at Yale in Connecticut, and now they're being quarantined because apparently there's a Chinese student there that has the flu at least, and they think maybe it could be the coronavirus. So now for 2 weeks, they can't come to school. They just got to stay home and chill. Look, that'd be kind of awesome, right?
Pretty cozy.
I mean, you're not sick at all.
I'm not in trouble, and my school doesn't want me to come for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to make sure I don't fail.
And from the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like you're sick. They just want to make sure that you don't get sick. So for 2 weeks, just chill and don't have any interaction. Just stay at home.
It's amazing. I would have really jumped on that opportunity as a kid.
Don't go to the gym. You can't go to the gym. Can't do that. No, you can't come to school and do any work. No, you can't do that. Yeah, just stay at home and do whatever you do at home.
Watch cartoons, eat cereal.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, these kids are in heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, cereal sounds good. I'm a cereal fan.
They say there are over 4,500 confirmed cases of the respiratory virus, and so far 132 people have been killed by the coronavirus in China. So that's what the numbers are right now. They say there's even a handful of cases right now in the U.S. I think Texas had a few. But according to a new Morning Consult poll, roughly 3 in 4 people were either as concerned about the coronavirus as they were about the 2014 outbreak of Ebola, or more concerned. So even though those are the numbers right now, that's the official numbers. From what I'm getting from the media source, 4,500 confirmed cases in China of the coronavirus. 132 people have died because of that. Now, 62% of the people surveyed were more worried about the coronavirus than the regular flu, even though 8,200 people in the United States, including 54 children, have died already during this flu season.
Dang.
So that's where we are. So as we were kind of just talking about that earlier today, that, yeah, the coronavirus is getting a lot of hype, and they're clearly the medical experts are concerned of it, and the media has bought into it. Somebody texted us and said, I just wanted to correct you. Actually, thousands of people have died from the virus. This virus is bigger than you think. The news is not covering it at all because they don't want the world to know about the epidemic.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the whistleblower in the chat room earlier? They were talking about do the research. China's keeping it under wraps.
Yeah. There's so many people sick and dying waiting for spots at the hospital. There is so many people dead that are unconfirmed. They are going home because there are no spots at the hospital. Near dying unconfirmed at their houses. We're in the streets waiting for spots at the hospital.
Oh, my gosh.
What you guys are projecting is false information. People need to know this is bigger than the flu. There are videos of people inside the quarantine area on this website. You guys should check out before you start projecting false information.
Okay, we get it. We're wrong.
They gave me the Live Leak website, and I went there, and all I saw was a fat guy at a baseball game that kept barfing on himself. So I don't know exactly where specifically this video was.
That could have been here in Miami.
Yeah, so
That could have been here in this building.
just so you know, I did check out the website. I know you're concerned, so I did try to do the work and do the research, but that's all I got was fat guy barfing on himself. And it's an impressive 1 minute long continual stream of barf that he's covering his mouth a little bit and it's just coming out. It looks like dog chow. It's very disgusting. So I did the hard work on that. That wasn't easy to watch. Said, man, you guys are no different than all this other fake news. I'm actually disappointed on how you guys broadcast of that story because the people need to know this is going to be an epidemic. So there you go.
You know what? Go listen to Mo and Sally. They keep it fucking real at 100% every time. There you go.
Yeah, we don't know what the truth is. We're just trying to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah, we're not reporters.
I don't think you do either.
No. Go watch
Unless you're like in the CDC or over there in China. How do you know anything that you read is real?
Motherfucker going on those. He's going on those.
All you'll get from us is just what the mainstream media is reporting because, like I said, we're not reporters and we're just going to see what they're reporting and then comment on it. So I don't know. I don't know the facts.
Yeah, if the mainstream media all has it wrong, sorry, we're not pretending to be over there in the know. We're just regurgitating.
Well, and the one thing, just kind of like a handy little hint for you too, like if you're ever going to quote a liveleak.com video, you have to send the direct link because they post a new video about every 15 seconds.
If you're trying to tell me your source is Live Leak, well, then you can take that ish.
Yes.
And
well,
kiss.
at least know how to work links too.
Or just, I mean, because as I started looking, I was like on about my 80th video. I'm like, I have no idea where this is.
That's why you got to be careful when you call out motherfuckers. We'll call you right back out.
Yeah, you don't know how to use leaks.
Well, just help us if that information is there.
They started it, Kev.
Yeah.
Oh, I know they did.
They were being a dick.
Learn
first.
links.
Yeah, send us the direct link to that video to make it a little bit easier on
And if
us.
you're going to call us out, too, make sure you spell check and proofread your insults. You really lose the fight. You do. I'm not saying they did, but I've seen it like 3 times today.
There's so many misspellings.
Because you know what it is? They're so mad at whatever we've said or gotten wrong. Like, fuck you, Virginia.
Somebody said, can't we just send suits to China to investigate? Yes,
Oh,
we'll
Lord.
dip right into the KVJ show kitty and dig that out.
No, you're not sending our little baby. He would catch it first. He's susceptible.
I like what Jamie said in the chat room, who is, I believe, from Weird Wednesday today. She said, idiots, do your own research. This is a morning show for entertainment.
Yeah, we tell fart jokes, asshole.
Yeah. And actually, our angle on that story was how you can use coronavirus to play hooky from school or work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an asshole angle.
Well, because nobody really knows anything about it. But nobody wants to question the coronavirus. So if you're like, saying that, hey, yeah, I was at a baseball game and there was this guy from China that had a cough, then they're going to be like, oh, you know what? Just stay home for a couple weeks. We don't want you infecting everybody. Be like, yeah, are you sure? I'm okay to come in. I just want to let you know this guy was clearly Chinese and he had a terrible cough. And then I saw him barf like this fat guy on a Live Leak video at a baseball game all over himself.
I saw that video. That guy was from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The guy of barfing?
Oh, yeah, was he?
I think so. I'm just being extra wrong on purpose.
Got also some other really interesting comments about the shakedown. Jeff had sent us an email about how they were on their way to Cancun and his buddy had a bottle of CBD oil. Right after he told the person working customs that he had $2,000 cash on him. And the guy's like, yeah, you can't bring that in here. It's illegal. You're going to have to, we're going to have to pull you aside and question you for 24 hours. And he's like, you sure I can't just give you some money? And he's like, yeah, just $200 right there. A lot of people are doing this. Somebody said the federales in Tijuana once tried shaking me and 3 friends down while we were in the military. They followed us out of a nightclub and demanded cash. We didn't have much, and they threatened to arrest us. So we just ended up punching them in the face and running away.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a great story,
It's
huh?
a bold move.
That is a bold move. Because how do you know they don't have backup?
It's not going to always work out in your favor. They got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else on my family and I were traveling to El Salvador, and we flew into Guatemala. So we rented a car, and we were crossing the border. And the men at the border told my dad that his name was also the same name of a big-time criminal offender. They wanted my dad's birth certificate, but he only had his passport. Meanwhile, my mom and sister and I were pushed through the border at 10 p.m. while they held my dad. They said that they would take $200 and look the other way. My dad paid it, and when they shook him down, they pickpocketed him too and took the other $1,000 he had in cash.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just kind of a way of life. My mom, makes trips annually over to Guatemala, and the family that she stays with, the husband, one time he had been kidnapped, and they had to basically sell off everything they owned to get the money to pay the kidnappers. And he was actually lucky; he was returned safely. But
Did your mom ever get shook down?
no, she hasn't had any issues so far. I think they're very careful, and they take precautions. They know.
She'd beat that ass down with a Bible.
She probably would.
Try to step to Ann.
Good luck. Yeah, she wouldn't go quietly. So, fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody else sent an email here. This says, why is nobody acknowledging how awkward Tiger Woods' response to the question, what will you think of when you remember Kobe Bryant? His response, and I quote, the fire, he burns so hot. Obviously, he didn't mean it that way, the way it sounded, but Lord, it made my wife and I flinch and laugh nervously. Yeah, I don't think I heard the direct quote.
Well, what happened, they didn't tell Tiger. So Kobe died while Tiger was golfing.
Yeah,
they didn't tell him until he finished his entire golfing round. And then when he got off, they immediately shoved a camera in his face and said, what do you think about Kobe dying? And he's like, wait, what?
Right.
So, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Tiger fan, but I'm also not a fan of coming down on him because he just,
Said the wrong thing.
said the
'cause
wrong thing in the moment
Lord knows that's going to happen to one of us.
all the time.
Who do you think will happen to first?
It's really going to bring us down, though. I mean, I know we say it all the time, but one of these days, who's gonna say it? It rhymes with sminja. I say shit because I'm a fucking idiot. She said,
You're going to say it?
she says shit because she's evil.
And you're not even going to know you said it.
Yeah, I'll say something accidentally.
You'll say something accidentally, it's all fire.
No, she'll say something. Oh, that he should die because he's a man. Again, oh shit. You're gonna fucking say you're gonna bring us down.
Yeah, he said that when he's on the course, he'd heard him chanting Black Mamba, and he just didn't know what that was all about. And you wouldn't because, you're
Right.
focusing on golfing.
And you shouldn't either. I mean, especially if they knew each other and they were friends. I mean, you got to let Tiger finish his golf round, right? I think that's the kind thing to do.
Would you? Okay, we're at an event.
Kobe would want you to let Tiger finish before you wreck his game.
We're at an event, just me and you, and we find out about, or how about we'll make me die. You and Kevin are at an event, and you find out that I died. Do you want to know in the middle of the event or after?
Well, I'm not doing anything special at the event. I'm not an athlete.
You're making announcements. I don't know. I've seen you make some pretty fucking sweet announcements.
I think it's different if it's an athlete who is in the zone of performing and winning and being a champion, and you go drop that on them and you mess up their whole game. That's not cool.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we'll wait. So if you're ever in a golf match, I'll wait till you're done.
Don't worry. The only place you might find me is Drive Shack.
Which I'd like to go.
Me too.
eventually.
You got to try that cauliflower bites they got there.
So
Buffalo cauliflower
That's where I was
bites.
at.
Yeah, Drive Shack. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm on a cauliflower kick.
Okay.
Got to tell you, though, I'm not sure with the plant-based diet, just to make it quick, I think I'm putting weight back on. Eating plant-based stuff.
Well, if it's processed, which a lot of it is,
I'm trying to stay away from the processed stuff. But even just, eating cauliflower bites. Because, the concern is not necessarily on, is it flash fried or things like that, or is there a sauce attached to it?
Well,
it's
yeah.
just, it's not animal-based.
Oh, look, you can be vegan and get fat.
In fact, I would say compared to where I was on the diet, because I was doing pretty much the exact opposite. I was doing the keto before. Yeah, I think the plant-based diet is a lot more fattening.
Well, I mean, there's certain cereals out there. There's this whole list. It's called Accidentally Vegan. And there's things, I believe Oreo is on there.
Yeah,
there's all
right.
these things that
Yeah.
are legit junk food snacks or fatty foods. They just happen to be vegan.
Yeah, and I'm not even, necessarily eating, but yeah, it's things like the buffalo cauliflower bites, a cauliflower crust pizza I had with all veggies on it.
it's got all the oil, it's got the butter, it's got the things that make it taste good.
Right. And I think the problem is, just talking to my trainer and people kind of know a little bit about it, when you combine the carbs and the fats, because the carbs gives you the insulin burst and then the fat is there and your body says store it. And so that's the issue. So I might have to jump off the plant-based because I'm getting a little pudgy.
Well, come to quick weight loss. 9 pounds, I'm down.
Okay.
I got to get off the oatmeal cream pie base diet that I'm on.
Yeah.
I bought. There's two. If I may talk to Fat Kevin, I don't know if they had this back when he grew up, but they've got the big box of oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah, I never saw those. We had the
I think
small
there's like
box,
28 in them.
28?
I don't know. There's a bunch in there. And then they have just the long sleeve.
Yeah.
I thought I bought a long sleeve. I thought, oh my gosh, man, they're like fucking gremlins. They're multiplying. I bought the big boy kind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
my-
wasn't an accident.
Maybe not. But in the long sleeve, they're a smaller circle.
Okay.
And the big cube box,
Yeah.
the box, they're big.
Oh, that sounds
a
like fun.
pancake.
They're
I would have
fat
loved
girls.
that.
They're a fat girl. Oh, yeah.
I would have loved that.
You know, bigger the cookie, the bigger the cream.
Yeah.
And bigger the girl.
Who's the fat girl now?
Oh, I am gaining weight. I gotta get my shit together. I was supposed to do that in February.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, we have 2 days
just a
of
couple days.
pure bliss.
Yeah.
You're good. Turn up.
One thing I saw on the sports angle I didn't realize, I had seen Sophia Kenin is the one who had beaten Coco Gauff the other day. I'm like, oh, darn it, because I want to see Coco Gauff do well. The Australian Open is going on right now, women's tennis. And
We got to pull for a local girl.
yeah, Venus got knocked out by Coco Gauff again, and then Serena got knocked out, and then Coco Gauff of Delray Beach, she is the 15-year-old. She got knocked out by this Sophia Kenin. I'm like, well, okay, well, that takes care of the South Florida girls, but I didn't realize that Sophia Kenin is from Pembroke Pines, the one
No
that
way.
knocked out Coco Gauff. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what are we growing down here?
Women's tennis, it's crazy just how many female tennis stars live in South Florida. She is now in the semifinals of the Australian Open. She's playing the top-ranked Ash Barty, the French Open champion.
Yeah, I said it the other day. It's a very exciting time, especially for female tennis. Not to say there's not some great stuff going on the male division, but there's a huge young crop of superstars. It's going to be, I think, exciting to watch.
And everybody knows you prefer to watch female tennis. Somebody's a big fan of the grunting.
The grunting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Just leave your hands where we can see him over there, Texarado.
To piggyback off that Pembroke Pines comment,
Yeah.
Pembroke Pines, by the way, very underrated food court in their mall. Legit good shit.
Okay.
The Broward Mall?
Yeah, Pembroke Pines. I think it's the Pembroke Pines Mall. Or is it called the Broward Mall?
I've never heard of the Pembroke Pines Mall.
Yeah, I definitely made that up. It's got to be the Broward Mall. Yeah, with Haynes.
Is it Aventura?
No. This is by where me and Denny's used to live.
West?
It was in Davie /
There's the Pembroke Lakes Mall.
That might be it. I don't know.
Okay.
It's by Davie. They have a great food court. Denny's, edit this part out.
Okay.
I thought people like to know where good food's at. I apologize. I will shut the fuck up.
We're just not sure which mall it is.
Yeah, we just need to know
But
the name
somewhere
of
a
it.
mall
It's-
in that vicinity.
It's off University Drive. It's in Pembroke Pines,
Okay.
right by Davie.
Okay. Got Tara here who sent an email, said, hey, I'm a little bit behind on the show, but I heard you asking last week if anybody's going to the Super Bowl. I am going. I'm not sure if y'all knew, but there is a sensory room in the Hard Rock Stadium that is funded by the Dan Marino Foundation. And it's for
Yeah?
kids with disabilities or those who struggle with loud noises to have a
No
place to go during the
way.
games if it gets too loud or overwhelming for them.
Oh, that's cool.
This room is open during every Dolphins home game, UM games, and concerts at the stadium. Well, I work for a company that does applied behavior analysis with kids with autism or other developmental abilities, and we have partnered with the Dolphins, and we help out with the room during games.
Huh.
Yeah, she said, this is a game right here where I got to meet Dan Marino while working in the room. Also, I worked in the sensory room during the Rolling Stones concert a few months back.
Cool.
I'm actually going to the Super Bowl to work the sensory room during the game, but anytime the room is not being used, I get to watch the game. I'm going to take a ton of photos, and I can send some if I get any good ones. That'd be awesome. Very cool. She said she recently got her husband hooked on the show. Thank you very much.
Yes, we need all the husbands we can get.
There you go.
At first, he hated it.
Somebody stopped me at the post office yesterday. This man with the thick accent was like, my wife used to hate you. Hate. And he said it really loud. Hate you. And everybody in line's looking at me like, what the F is this? What's going on? And he goes, but now she loves you. She's from Venezuela and she's trying to learn English. So she listens to our show. Her name is Mariana from Venezuela.
Yeah, I've had that many times. I gotta tell you, man, first few months, I fucking hated you guys, especially you, specifically, Bird. But I gotta tell you, man, I like you now. Thank you.
I know, you're kind of like, this was so public. I know it came around to be a happy ending, but the beginning was a little harsh.
People always like to do that when there's a group of people around, too.
And nobody else knows who you are.
No.
It's just that one guy, but they're just confused. Like, am I supposed to know who he is? Is he a YouTube star?
Oh, these YouTube stars. Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot of them.
My wife's now going on the TikTok stars, and she's following them.
TikTok too, yeah.
Which it's so annoying because I have to hear about it like every single day. Apparently, they got a TikTok house. She couldn't believe it because there's apparently a 15-year-old TikTok girl, and they flew her somewhere, and she's like, she couldn't believe their parents would let her fly unsupervised with her 17-year-old boyfriend, and they're all in this TikTok house. And she's like, they got to be banging. I'm like, 15, yeah, probably. So...
Dang.
But they're living the life. She said they're just doing all kinds of stuff. And
one of my friends is into dancing. And so I guess some famous TikTok dancer, YouTube dancer was here locally. They did an appearance and 500 people showed up to meet the TikTok
I know, it's insane.
YouTube dancer.
Yeah.
I'm like, 500 people?
Yeah, they have huge followings.
Wow.
It's big stuff.
And that's just here.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy. They are big time stars. And yeah, if you don't know anything about that app or whatever's on it, you have no clue. And yeah, I don't know anything. My wife just keeps forcing these TikTok videos on me. I keep having to watch Patrick Mahomes, who is the Chiefs quarterback. His brother does TikTok videos. And they are terrible. I mean, they're just, there's no like entertainment value in them whatsoever. He's not really a good dancer. I don't even know what, I'm like, why do you watch this? I really don't get TikTok. Got an email here. Monica sent this in. She said, hey, during your segment on running late, Jaybird mentioned how he was stuck behind a red light traffic cycle that seemed like for ages. Well, there's an annoying road on the perimeter of Miami International Airport that gets especially clogged up during rush hour traffic. One instance, I was so fed up with the amount of lights, I skipped on our side. I took the liberty and I drove on the right turn only lane right up to the driver at the front of the traffic queue because I suspected what to be true. The driver at the front of the traffic queue was not on the paved traffic sensor, which triggers the traffic signal to change the lights appropriately. I had to roll my window down and signal the confused driver to scoot up. As soon as the driver did that, the signal changed, allowing the queue to clear up a little bit. Many drivers don't know this, but some roads have traffic sensors on the pavement instead of the program timers.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of them don't, though. I know that we've talked about this before, and you're going to get 3 other emails that say, yeah, but they don't do that anymore, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the truth is.
Well, if you're sitting through 3 cycles of the light and you're like, wait a minute,
No,
you probably aren't on the sensor.
We did it last night. It was 2:30 in the morning, and I am just trying to get home, and it's the red light right.
Who was with you?
I meant the traffic. It was I swear to God.
Did you have a girl with you?
I did not.
There was a girl with you? You said we. You said we. I heard we.
I did say we. I meant we as in the traffic. Yeah, I did not have a girl with me last night.
Just checking.
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. And I don't care.
Trying to get through lights.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
I
Monica.
gotta get fucking 13 questions about we.
Somebody did text in. They said, do you have any update on Chewy? They want to know how your dog is doing. That's the reason why you're out last night.
Yeah, I'm going to find out after the podcast because it was going to take too long. I wasn't sure what time we were starting, so I'll find out all of the
But
information.
they think he's going to be okay, right?
I don't know, honestly. I have to kind of talk. I really don't know. I know that they want to talk. They had to do x-rays on him as well. So I believe he's doing good right now. So I'm going to get all of the... I don't want to speak too soon.
Okay.
I really don't have all the updates, to be quite honest with you.
Got a question here somebody would like some help with that says, do men feel uncomfortable in tight pants? I have a coworker who wears pants that are way too tight, and you can see his peen and balls right through them. I call them his peen pants. They're khaki, too short, and he appears to have 2 pairs of them. To make matters worse, he considers them his professional pants and wears them to every meeting. So he's basically showing off the tiny thing to everyone. Is he aware of this? Are men aware when the moose is loose? Doesn't the seam smashing into the 2 fellas irritate? I even told him once that I thought his pants might be a little too small and that they were tight in front. 3 days later, peas and carrot. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen pee drips. Does he want everyone to know that he puts his pee to the right? What's my question? I don't know. Why am I dealing with wieners at work? Help me figure this out.
I mean, there's so many things wrong here. It sounds like his pants are too tight and too thin. And that is a deadly mistake for a man to make in dress pants. Guys, a little bit thicker is good.
But do you want to show off the dong?
I mean, if it's nothing to be proud of like his is, I would not be showing. She's calling it a baby carrot.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a grower, not a shower.
It doesn't sound like he's impressing. So, yeah, why would you want to show that off?
Exactly. You need a thicker pant. You need a looser pant.
Nut huggers are tough to go through life in, man.
Sometimes you can go up a few pant sizes and not realize it and still be squeezing into your old pants.
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, you can.
And then you could be on stage at a live podcast and have on a Chewbacca onesie and everybody can see the outline of your dick and balls.
Well, I went to...
that happened to Jay Bird.
I went to way too small with my Wookiee onesie, the first one. I went medium. Even when I lost weight, I shouldn't be wearing a medium because it just attacks your nard, your butthole. It just goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see every inch.
Everything.
I mean,
they loved it.
who's they?
The front row.
I mean, oh my gosh. Always go large, Bird. Clothing and in food.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that stuff myself, so I don't know. I can't really respond.
Even when you're in your best shape, do you like tight clothing? I hate tight clothing.
No, I'm not a fan of it. You know, to me, I want stuff that fits. I don't want it too loose. That's annoying too because it can get caught up and twisted around and all that stuff. But I want things to fit right.
Men's clothing should be tailored, but loose fitting. I don't want to see a guy in tight pants or a tight shirt. I just don't.
Yeah.
Now, women's clothing is a little different. You can wear tight on top, looser on bottom, or tight on bottom, looser on top. You shouldn't wear tight on top and tight on bottom because then you're Sandy from Grease.
There is a look I've noticed, and it's dudes probably in their 40s or 50s, and they're not heavy at all, and they look like they're in decent shape, but their shirt is so tight.
Yeah.
They have man titties.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're not firm. They are like you are in your 40s and you are getting droopy ass.
Your
man
titties get out of control when you get older, yeah.
They get out of control.
Yeah.
They look like preteen titties because they just kind of look like they point out.
But if you just went back one more, if you just went a little bit larger of a shirt,
Yeah.
you'd look great. You look
Right.
phenomenal. Because you don't.
Or if you put on an undershirt. I see a lot of guys out there not wearing an undershirt with a dress shirt and just making the wrong move. Because if we can see your titties and it doesn't look pretty, you should be wearing an undershirt.
Titties and pecs are different.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Pecs, if it looks good and we can see a little bit of it, it's okay. But I still prefer an undershirt.
Kevin has pecs. I have titties.
Aw.
Well, it's look. I'm not.
Them's the truth.
Them's the breaks. It's part of the game. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll accept it. I ain't got nice titties. It's okay.
Well, there's a lot of people who don't have good titty awareness. That's the tough part of it.
I mean, Kevin's got, he's got butthole privilege. There's some things he's great at.
BHP.
He does.
That's it.
You got BTE, big titty energy.
Who I do. Yeah. No, okay. FTE, floppy titty energy.
I don't know if anybody's going to be excited about this, but this is some new stuff on Disney Plus. They're going to be doing a Mighty Ducks series, and Emilio Estevez is returning as Coach Gordon Bombay.
Gosh, man, I loved that series growing up.
But it came out in 92, and then they had the sequels in 94 and 96. I mean, you are going on a very long time.
But they'll Disney it up. They'll have a whole new cast of characters, a whole new storyline.
Yeah,
All the
I guess
kids.
they'll get the older people in and be, oh, you got to watch this. It's
Oh
going to
my
be great.
gosh, I can't believe it. Holy shit. Yeah, I just hit my head. on the
I
microphone.
noticed you just headbutted.
That vertigo is really kind of getting me down.
It's better than when you actually bump your teeth. That
Yeah.
sucks.
And they're doing a Matrix 4, which I don't know how I feel about that. I love the original Matrix. I saw 2 and 3 one time, and I was just like, where I thought it could go after the first one, I was so disappointed. I don't know that I care about a 4, but they are putting that Priyanka Chopra in there.
Okay.
Jonas, whatever.
She's a cutie.
She's gorgeous. Yeah, she's going to be in that with Keanu Reeves. Carrie Ann Moss is back. Neil Patrick Harris is going to be in the Matrix 4, too.
Did you, on the first Matrix, is it one of those ones where it's really hard to understand?
No, I don't think so.
And you loved it?
Yeah, I did.
Would
I really
like
liked
that
it.
one?
I don't know. I would try it. To
Okay.
me, it's worth it. That'd be one where I'd be like, hey, you may not like it, but I'd say it's worth a gamble. I really enjoyed that one.
The other one I want to watch that I've never seen, I heard it's awesome, is Inception. You ever see that one?
I saw that one.
I did.
Did you like it?
I didn't fully get it. It was just okay. No,
Okay.
I wouldn't say that I loved it. I didn't
It's
fully get it.
trippy,
Yeah.
but I liked it. And the soundtrack is amazing because I love French music. It's all French music.
And you haven't seen the Brad Pitt Quentin Tarantino movie yet. I thought you were going to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I haven't seen it.
I'm interested to see if you guys would like that movie or not.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it or not.
I don't know if you would like it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I keep hearing that. I'm just like, I've never gotten to the point yet where you only watch that movie when you have nothing else that you care to watch.
It's weird 'cause
To watch.
I hear a lot of people talk about it and like, oh, it's so fucking good. The acting, man, it's great. And there was good. There's good acting, and it wasn't a horrible movie by any means. I just can't believe it's getting all the hype.
I'm not so up on acting. Like I don't watch a movie for good acting. I watch a good movie
For a good movie.
yeah,
a good
For a good
story.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rare where I'm like, oh my gosh, the acting in that was
Oh my
great.
God,
Heath
the
Ledger. That was
acting.
really one of the only few parts where I was like, okay, that really was something.
Because they're both great actors, Brad Pitt and Leonardo. It's good.
The Matrix 4 coming out May 21st of 2021, and Priyanka Chopra, I believe, is going to be at the Wharf, Miami tomorrow night. She's in town for the Super Bowl. So if you want to go auger her and then get your ass beat by one of the Jonas Brothers, you can go do that. Sounds a
I feel
fun
like I
time.
could take even if 2 of them wanted to come at me.
You think you get Nick? It's Nick you got to deal with. He's a little bit. He works out the most out of all of them. Like I could beat the shit out of Kevin Jonas.
Oh, I would work him over like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Look out, Frankie Jonas, Bonus Jonas.
Frankie Jonas, I got all day. Nick Jonas, I think would probably kick my ass pretty quick. Joe Jonas, kind of a tall. I think he'd be scrappy. I think he'd take a couple nicks. I think I'd eventually get Joe Jonas.
Yeah, there's so many people that can pick me up. If I had to get into a fight with 90% of the world, I think I'm done.
And also making Super Bowl appearances, Post Malone loves him some South Florida. He has just been announced as one of the headliners for this year's Rolling Loud Festival in Miami, where we love to arrest hip-hop stars when they come packing heat. Expect more arrests probably this year when the festival hits May 8th through the 10th. You've also got A$AP Rocky, Travis Scott, 21 Savage, Megan Thee Stallion, Young Thug, Lil Pump, and Big Sean. We can start taking our odds now. Who is going to be arrested out of that group? I think last year was Kodak Black, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Kodak Black was arrested at Rolling Loud. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else.
Well, they all bring guns, and I think that's the problem. If anybody's on probation or they have any drama,
It's a little bit of both. I think
or the venue won't let you bring guns.
I think they bring some of them, but I think the cops are like ginned up saying, all right, here we
Yeah.
go. Shooting fish in a barrel. Who are we going to pluck out of here today? So that's always a fun little game to play. So just some stuff going on. All right, y'all. That is it for us. We got just 2 days left. Tomorrow night, we're going to be out at the Super Clematis by Night. Saturday, I'm going to be out at the Beer Fest that's going on. Then we got our Stars Ball Saturday night. So we got a busy weekend coming up.
We are in it, baby. What are you
Yeah.
wearing to Stars Ball, Bird?
I'm not real sure yet.
Okay. You're
Okay.
always peacock. I always like what
Oh,
you
yeah.
do.
Last year I wore I think the last couple years I wore regular suits.
I didn't like it.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. She's not a fan.
I like peacock, Bird.
I hear you.
Yeah. Doesn't like what you're doing. All right, you guys have an amazing day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.